Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Murchie. Thank you for taking a look at this video because I've got some fantastic, very exciting news for you. Well, I think it's exciting. You might think, well, I don't know what he's talking about. Now that our last Kickstarter is over, we've got a little break before the next Kickstarter commences. So I'm going to be releasing not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 new 3D Blu-rays. Talk about flooding the market. This is madness. This will probably be the last for some time. So, you know, I'm dropping them all as one big batch. So if you want to save on your postage, shipping costs, you know, buy them all in one big bundle. Also, the great news is we've had, anyone who's followed this knows we've had problems with the international shipping being paused. So I have a limited stock that I've got here, which I can actually ship out from here, which will obviously make life easier for non-US residents. For US residents, still disc on demand from Kanaki. It looks like a website from the 1960s. Okay, the web didn't exist, but you know, looks like a website from 1996. But you know, it works. They're a big, substantial company, and you know, they produce the discs on demand and get them to you in reasonable time. Okay, so that's that covered. Let me just tell you about the new 5 discs which are coming out. So, the first one of these discs is one that you have not asked for. I don't think anyone's been asking for this. But seriously, it's such good fun. I think if you take it in the spirit that it's meant, you're going to really enjoy this. Plan 9 from outer space in 3D. And it's just crazy. One of the wonderful things about this film is I don't think you have to take it too seriously. So, you know, even film archivists who are obsessed with not messing with their films will hopefully get into the fun and the spirit of this. There's some crazy stuff goes on. And I think 3D fans will enjoy this. This is the first of my 3-part pop-out trilogy. My Pop-outology. No, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this is one of my 3 pop-out 3D films where I've kind of concentrated on creating some kind of pop-outs just for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you enjoy that. Tell you what though, why don't you just take a little look at the trailer now and see what you think.
It is safe to state that the grandchildren of some of the people in this theater will not be born on Earth. They come from the bowels of hell, a transformed race of walking dead, zombies guided by a master plan for complete domination of the Earth. Plan 9 from outer space. Starring the most nightmarish cast ever, Bela Lugosi, the seductive Vampira, and Ford Johnson as the Walking Dead.
Turn off your electrode gun! No! No! Stop it, Dennis!
I can't get it, it's jammed!
Stop it, you fool!
Bullets bounce off their bodies. Rockets, missiles, jets cannot stop their death ships. What earthly power can stop this terror? For a glimpse of things to come, see this blast of screen suspense. For it could be happening right now.
So hopefully that's whet your appetite. The next disc is actually a sort of slight variation on this, because it's Plan 9 Intergalactic Ultra Toontastic Special Edition. Essentially, on this disc, we've got 3 versions of Plan 9 from Outer Space. Now, this is being done at a real budget price, so you may want to add this on. Get Plan 9 and get this as an add-on. It's really good fun. The 3 versions of the film that are on the disc are, there's a cartoon-style render of it, which I think looks great. Some of the shots in this, it really, it's just fantastic. I love it. That's in 3D. So this is still 3D Blu-ray. It has the sort of toon render version. Then in 2D, we've got a color toon render, which again, really interesting, fun to watch. All the zany stuff that goes on in Plan 9 is here. It's a unique film for sure. The final version is a 2.5D version. So if you don't have any kind of 3D, you can watch this, and essentially what it is we've got effects and shots and bits that actually break out of the frame. So the film, I think, is like 4:3, so we've got big black bars left and right that we can put stuff into. And again, you watch this, it's a good laugh. Have a couple of beers or whatever you want and just sit back and relax. Whichever of these versions you watch, I think you're going to enjoy it. Here's a couple of little clips that will give you a taster of what it's about.
We tried to transmit via televisor, but atmospheric conditions made transmission impossible.
You should have transmitted as soon as conditions permitted.
I thought time was of the essence. Suspicion has fallen upon our movements. Our ships have been viewed near the point of operations.
And what has this added time gained, Euros?
We have successfully risen 3 of the dead ones.
Stop him, Tanner. He's close enough. Turn off your electrode gun. No! No! Stop him, Tanner!
I can't get it, it's jammed!
Stop him, you fool!
Colonel Edwards gave the signal to fire.
Wow, so we're only 2 discs in, still 3 discs to go, and this next one I think is one that probably people are expecting. This one is Slaughter of the Vampires. Now this, I actually did an early conversion of this last October and gave it away as a sort of freebie. Then there was issues because the public domain status was maybe not public domain. It was all a bit messy, and also the version that I did was like really done as a rush and thrown out, so it wasn't great. The source material wasn't great, as it wasn't great quality. So what I thought was, okay, let's sort this out. So I actually licensed this film. It's fully licensed for me to do the conversion and release it, and I got a better source for it. So overall, this version is way superior. I mean, it's still a kind of, you know, Italian black and white dubbed horror movie, so it's quite eccentric. But there's some really stunningly beautiful shots in this. I mean, that's why I wanted to do it. It looked absolutely stunning, and in 3D it looks marvellous. So, why not take a little look at the trailer for Slaughter of the Vampires?
Life has many strange secrets.
And none is stranger than the curse of the blood ghouls. In the dark of night, they leave their tombs to satisfy their need for blood. Because these demons of the undead can exist only by ravishing the living.
Let me go.
With abnormal powers of love, they enslave the unwary.
Don't let her go.
Leaving on them the horrible telltale fang mark of the vampire. Life-devouring monsters in human form. They can be anywhere, everywhere.
Louise!
No one is safe. Only by destroying them will a town gone wild with terror and fear be free of the curse of the blood ghouls.
Well, I'm hoping that's whet your appetite. If, however, Italian dubbed horror movies from the 1960s aren't your thing, this next one may be. I think this one will appeal to people who really enjoyed our Conversion Curiosities Volume 1 disc. It's definitely much more on the kind of art house side of things. It does veer towards horror, but I think it's just a really interesting film. Really interesting. The film is called Dementia. It was also released and known as Daughter of Horror, I believe. It is essentially a silent film. I mean, it does have a soundtrack, but there's no dialogue in it. And it's the cinematography on it is really wonderful. And of course, when you start off with great cinematography and you convert it to 3D, it just looks the absolute business. So, here we go, have a little look at the trailer for Dementia.
Daughter of Horror. Here is tense, taut, chill-filled drama that shocks you with hair-raising horror. Not one word is spoken on the screen. The strangest motion picture you have ever seen. Daughter of Horror.
Definitely one of the ones that I would highly recommend getting this. It looks so good. You know, so we've kind of gone the gamut from Plan 9, which is really out there, to Slaughter of the Vampires, which is you know, I guess does take itself seriously, and it's a good film, if somewhat quirky, through to Dementia, which I would say is a serious film and well worth watching. So the last disc that is coming out. So this isn't an iPop disc nor a Plan D disc. This is kind of really just a disc on its own. And what I think is special about this one is it's all native 3D, bar one little section. It's all natively shot 3D, and this is a compilation of my short films and music videos that I filmed around sort of between, I think, 2010 and 2016, with a couple of little additions to it. This is actually the second in my pop-out trilogy, because for this disc I've created a 10-minute short film, sort of a montage piece with just loads and loads of kind of really extreme, very crazy pop-outs, which you know, I watched them on the on my projector here, and literally I had things coming right this close to my nose. You know, it was just crazy 3D. So I hope that you'll like this one. Essentially, it's Enhanced Dimensions, the best of Enhanced Dimensions, which includes all my short films, an episode of Crime Squad, and other bits and pieces. So hopefully this one's of interest. Let's take a little look at a few clips from the best of Enhanced Dimensions. Wow, so now come on, that's some serious stuff happening there. That's 5 3D Blu-rays coming out. By the time you watch this, they will be available on our Kanaki store. They'll also be available on my eBay store. So, you know, jump in and get involved. Don't forget the next iPop release is also kind of hurtling towards us, and that's going to be the Phantom Planet, which I think is going to really blow your mind. That will be the third and final part of my pop-out trilogy. So I'm hoping all you pop-out fans will give us an extra consideration and hopefully back us on that Kickstarter when it happens. So anyway, that's enough from me. I've spoken so long, I'm dying of thirst here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for buying and all your support. Until next time, as my friend Dee Dee Doodah says, keep it 3D. Okay, bye now.